So thank you again to the senators and governor for making this a reality. I spent far more time on the sidelines than I have in the Capitol, so I'm going to say that's enough politics today. And we're going to hear from the coaches and players who I know are very excited to be here with us. So first up, a man who needs no introduction is UK basketball coach John Calipari and his lucky watch.
I lost my Rolex too.
I got the watch. There it is. Everybody sees the watch. All I can say is, wow. This was leadership. When you talk about leadership, there's a void, and I'm willing to step up. Our governor with the executive order. Senator Wise and Senator McGarvey, the work they did. Josh, I got to give you a shout out. Representative Palumbo from our own district. This was nearly unanimous. That's a word, bipartisan. I didn't even know it still existed. This thing was across the board for student athletes, but it protected universities. It protected students. You may not know this, you got to look deep. They went and said if you sign a contract in our state and you go pro, you can get out of that contract. I mean, they went deep in how do we protect these young people, but how do we give them the opportunity? The flexibility in this bill, like, wow, because things are moving, and they're moving fast. I believe it's model legislation that will be looked at now to say, well, we can do this. There's protection on both sides. There's the ability for student athletes to say, wait a minute, let's get together and see if this is the right thing to do. I'd say to all the coaches and administrators and presidents that were involved in this, thank you. I'd say all the athletes, you now have an opportunity not just to make money, to be trained, learn as you go forward. Again, I just want to thank everybody. And how about our women's basketball team? And this is not the place to say it, but I have to. Ryan Howard's not just a terrific basketball player. She is a terrific person, kind, humble, and she can play. I wish I had her this weekend. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Coach Cal. And next up, we have the man who built the University of Louisville women's basketball program from the ground up to have the most successful team in program history, and that is Coach Jeff Walls.
All right. Thank you. Thank you very much. I'll follow with Coach Cal. I know he thanked everyone, so I don't do the same thing to take more time. But what I want to speak briefly about is I know everybody thinks this is how our student athletes can make money. I want you to know these student athletes also are now able to give back. Haley Van Lith, one of our student athletes, when this came to fruition and we were able to do this, she worked with her sponsors that she's already established through her name, image, and likeness to put a start back to school package together for an elementary school in the West End, the school that we partner with. Nothing came to her. She put backpacks together with her teammates of little items for a start your school year and took those down and gave those out to every student at the elementary school. I think so many people think it's all about what the student athlete can get. Now it's more so also what they can give back. And I hope everyone will realize that. This is a wonderful bill. It's a wonderful opportunity for our student athletes to finally be able to make a little money off their name, their image, but it's also an opportunity for them to give back. Because all I ever hear with this is they're going to make money, they're going to make money. Well, it also gives them that chance to give. And it's just as important in life to give as it is to receive. And I think you're going to find out what special athletes we have in this Commonwealth who are going to give back to the communities that support them. Because at this point in time, we can sign autographs, they can take pictures, but now they're able to do bigger and better things. So I want to say thank you to our governor, lieutenant governor, everyone that was involved in this bill to help get this passed, and want to wish all of the coaches here the best of luck. Kyra, Ryan, I was fortunate to coach Ryan in summer basketball at USA Basketball, and to show my age, I even coached Kyra for 2 summers in AAU basketball, and she was a pretty good player in her day. So I just want to say thank you for this opportunity and wish everyone the best. Thank you.
Next up, we have the president of Morehead State University. And President Morgan, I'm just going to go ahead and let you know you're probably going to get a question from Rocky Atkins about back pay with NIL. So just be ready for that one. President Morgan.
Thank you, Lieutenant. Thank you for the opportunity to be here on behalf of the university presidents. On behalf of the presidents, we would like to pause and thank you, Senator Wise, for your leadership, Senator McGarvey and other Senate sponsors for your wisdom in the Senate, and also Representative Palumbo, wherever she went, over there, and other House members for advancing this through the House, and especially to you, Governor Beshear, for your foresight early in this process, pushing this model legislation forward, particularly at the early stages. Senate Bill 6 really sets forth student-athlete opportunities, and we're proud of that. All of us are in the student success business, including the student-athlete business. But more importantly, it sets forth guardrails that all of us can utilize as we steer this ship of really uncertainty as we go forth in collegiate athletics. It definitely is a new world in that aspect for collegiate athletics. As my fellow presidents and I sit around and we try to operationalize legislation and policy, oftentimes it's difficult. It's difficult to implement a number of things on a university campus, but I'm proud to say in reviewing and reading this bill, and with the input that every entity provided here, every single entity, we believe that this is a model piece of legislation that we can operationalize on our campus, and that it will be great going forward. So thank you to everybody who included higher education in this. Thank you to the leadership in our legislative bodies, and also to you, Governor. I just want the 4 points back from playing Murray the other night. So.
And last but not least, one of the many reasons that we are so excited that this is coming to fruition today, a shining star in the state of Kentucky and across the country, is one of the most talented players I have ever seen. She just makes it look easy. She just glides across the floor. SEC Player of the Year and SEC champion, Ryan Howard.
Save the best for last, right? First and foremost, y'all know what I'm trying to say. I'm very honored to be here to speak on behalf of all the student athletes in Kentucky. I want to begin by thanking Governor Beshear and the state legislature for passing this bill to do what's best for the athletes in Kentucky. I also would like to thank Mr. Barnhart, Dr. Capilouto, and Rachel Baker, amongst others, for guiding us throughout every step of the way and doing everything they can to help us profit and benefit from this. On behalf of all student athletes, we are very thankful for being able to be compensated for all the work that we do. With that being said, we are one team and one Kentucky. Go Cats.